Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Assembly. I hope you all had a good weekend. For me, this weekend was very much about teams, as you can probably guess. My football team was playing again for the first time in months, and I was really excited to be able to watch them actually play a game of football and to see all the players out doing their best to try and secure a win. Sadly, they didn't quite manage it, but it was really good to have that sport back in my life again. So I had a really good time on Saturday watching my team play football. I also had some really good news. Another team that I support, my other shirt here, this is Surrey cricket team. Their players have gone back into training, so hopefully they will be out playing cricket soon as well. But it wasn't just teams that I would support that played a big part in my weekend. I also am part of a team at my church. And if churches had been allowed to meet, this Sunday it would have been my team's turn to arrive at church early and to make sure that the building and everything was ready for whoever it would be that would come to church. And we normally stand on the door and welcome people, make sure that the coffee's been made in case anybody wants a cup of coffee, make sure that the area is tidy, the auditorium looks neat and ready for people when they arrive. And because my team couldn't do that this Sunday, we actually had a Zoom chat instead, and we got together and caught up with each other. Because when you're part of a team, it's really important that you keep doing those things together and keep in touch with each other too. And then today, Father's Day, I've been with another team. I've been with my family, and for the first time in months, it was really lovely to be with my mum and my dad and my brother and my sister, and to spend some time celebrating Father's Day with my dad as well. So part of Team Jackson. That was a really special day today. So it's been a weekend all about teams. And it's really made me think about how when you're in a team, every single member of that team is just as important as another. That's why it was so good to catch up with my team from church this morning and just to spend some time sharing our news and celebrating with each other the good things that have happened over the week, and then talking about some of the things that haven't been so good, but being able to share those moments. And each of us being equal and just sharing those things together. And it made me think about a team from the Bible. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I've never heard the word team mentioned in the Bible before or in any Bible story. So let me share this story with you. And I think by the end, you'll understand why I'm referring to this group of people as a team. I want you to imagine that you're standing by a wide blue lake that is surrounded by hazy grey-green hills. On the shore, there are some fishing boats, and a crowd of people have gathered. They're listening to someone by the water's edge. It's Jesus. Everyone loves his stories and his wise sayings, but today not everyone can see or hear him. Jesus has an idea, and he calls out to one of the fishermen. "Could I use your boat?" "You can have it," replies the fisherman, whose name was Peter. "We've been out on the lake all night and we haven't caught a thing." Jesus clambers into the boat and sits down. Peter and his brother Andrew push the boat into the water so that it floats close to the shore. Now everyone can see and listen. Eventually, it's time to finish. Jesus says a thank you prayer and the people return to their villages. "Are you hungry? What about some fish?" Jesus asks the fishermen. "Let's find some deeper water. We can catch some." "We've tried," say the fishermen. "We've tried all night and we've caught nothing." Jesus doesn't say a word. He points towards the middle of the lake. Peter and Andrew shake their heads, but set out again. When they reach deep water, Jesus tells them to let out their nets. Peter and Andrew do as they are asked, and quickly the water starts to swirl and splash, and the net becomes heavy with fish. In fact, the net becomes so heavy that the men struggle to pull it back in. Peter shouts to some other fishermen nearby, "James, John, quickly, come and help us." Together they slowly draw in the net. Soon fish are flipping and flapping, slithering and sliding all over the floor of the boat. They have to use both boats to get the catch safely back to shore. Peter is amazed that there are so many, but also a bit ashamed that he had been so ready to give up. Now, says Jesus, you're fishermen, but I need a team of followers who will help to spread a net of friendship. Will you help to draw all kinds of people together in care and respect? He looks at each of the fishermen in turn. Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Then Jesus begins to walk slowly away from the shore. The 4 fishermen watch as he goes, and then they look at one another. Yes, they decide, it would be good to help, and they follow him. So perhaps that's the first team that's mentioned in the Bible, the team that Jesus gathers around him to help him with the important work he's got to do. And as I thought about that story, I thought, if Jesus, the Son of God, needs a team of people around him to help him do what he needs to do, then surely every one of us needs a team around us that will help us with the things that we need to do. Think of the people who are around you and the teams that you're in, not just the sporting teams and the teams like that, but like your teams at school, your class or your bubble that you're in at the moment, and your teams at home. Think about how you need to work together to help each other with the things that need to be done. In the story, examples of the way that people help are Peter allowing Jesus to use his boat, Jesus encouraging and helping the fishermen when they catch all those fish, James and John rushing over to help when Peter calls, saying that he can't pull in all the fish, and Jesus asking the fishermen to help him and to follow him, and the fishermen agreeing to join his team. Sometimes people openly ask us for help, but sometimes we need to really think and look and be prepared to step in even before somebody asks. And sometimes just going to somebody and saying, can I help you? Do you need some help? Is really important. So today and this week, I want you to think about that. I want you to be ready to help the people who ask for it, but also to look around the people around you and think, is there somebody that I could help, even though they haven't asked me yet, and step in and help them. Let's say a prayer together. Dear God, thank you for all the people who help us in our lives. Thank you for the people who have already helped us today. Please help us to help one another. And please help us to remember that it is good to work together in a team. Amen. Well, I hope you will have a fantastic day and a fantastic week. I'm sure that, like me, you're excited that some things look as if they're beginning to get back to normal, with things like sport being played and so on. But remember to still take care and stay safe. And we'll look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care. Bye.